Things are heating up again. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's new track has set off a wave of reactions online. Many fans think it carries a subtle message for Justin Bieber, and social media can't stop buzzing. Some believe Selena is just revisiting old emotions, but the timing of the release is raising eyebrows, especially with Hailey Bieber's 7-part TikTok series trending once more. Suddenly, the Selena, Justin, and Hailey drama is back in full view. Right now, everyone's focused on Selena and Benny's new album, I Said I Love You First, which dropped this week. But one song, How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten, is taking the spotlight. Since its release, listeners have been picking apart the lyrics and linking them to the tangled history between the three. Even if it's not directly about Justin, fans feel the story still connects. So, what's in these lyrics that has everyone hooked? Selena sings, I sip it in the way he likes, ruby red, locking eyes, lipstick kisses with no ice. And instantly, the internet exploded with theories. Another part goes, on the edge of paradise, then you walked in, big grin, talking like we're friends. Fans think she's speaking honestly, and every line is under the microscope. Some of the most discussed lyrics are, he loves me, I love him, look at you, just look at you, now you're so embarrassing. These words have fueled endless debate. The song paints a picture of someone who once mattered but is now left behind, leaving fans wondering who she really means. Then there's the line, go cry when no one's watching. I can't imagine it. How does it feel to be forgotten? And that word forgotten keeps echoing in people's minds. The blend of sharp lyrics and raw emotion has fans debating who the song is truly for. This doesn't feel like a typical love song. It's vulnerable, direct, and impossible to ignore. So, who do you think it's really about?
Anything, the interpretation is going to be up to the audience. However, I would like to say most of this album has nothing to do with what everyone may go to. And I think it's important for me to say that because I've evolved so much and I have experienced life with new people. I've had to go through transitions with friends and lose people in my life and gain new people, and I've had a whole new life forever. So it's up for whatever people want, but to me it was about both of our past and our history, and also just inspired by friends and relationships. Like some songs were actually meant about friendships in my life, and I think that's what, to me, the album was about, and I just wanted to get that.
The online storm around the new track isn't slowing down anytime soon. The lyrics are just too easy to link back to the Selena, Justin, and Hailey drama, whether or not Selena actually meant it that way. Even without a clear target, listeners feel the words cut deep. Justin's fans especially are convinced she's throwing shade at him. Direct, unfiltered, no hesitation. They're digging up old clips of Justin looking off his game in public, sometimes dressed strangely or seeming lost, and now those videos are making rounds online again. Many argue this track doesn't sound like just another breakup song. To them, it feels like Selena finally drawing a line. No more quiet hints, no more coded lyrics. She's saying it straight, and fans are eating it up. For years, she's kept her songs vague, never pointing fingers by name, but this one, it feels like a release, like she's letting out what she's been holding back. One TikTok comment even warned this track could push Justin into a dark place. Another simply said Selena finally spoke the truth. Of course, not everyone agrees the song's about Justin or Hailey. A growing group of fans think it's more personal, about Selena's own past, the version of herself she had to let go of in order to grow. That perspective has struck a different chord, making the track feel less like revenge and more like closure. Still, the reality is that Justin has had his share of emotional breakdowns in public, often during turbulent moments with Selena. And now, with her happily moving forward with Benny Blanco, those words might sting even more to outsiders watching. One fan bluntly put it, "You wanted her to speak. She finally did." Yet others argue the song isn't a dagger aimed at anyone, but rather a reflection of how far she's come. Longtime followers know Selena has evolved through heartbreak, health struggles, and personal battles. Now, stronger than before, this could simply be her way of closing that chapter and moving forward. Yes, some people are still side-eyeing Benny, questioning his intentions, but overall, most fans just want to see Selena happy. And for the first time in a long time, she truly looks it. Still, the Benny factor makes things messier. Fans haven't forgotten that Benny Blanco wasn't just some random guy. He used to be close to Justin. They worked together, shared laughs, and had a history. So for Benny to now be dating Selena and producing a song that could be read as a dig at Justin, it feels extra personal. That tension only grew when Justin randomly unfollowed Benny during one of his unfollow sprees. And fans instantly tied it back to this drama. Sure, it could mean nothing. Friendships fade all the time. But when the timeline fits this perfectly, it's hard for people not to connect the dots. Imagine if your close friend ended up dating your ex, and then together they put out music that fans think mocks you? The internet would explode. And that's exactly what's happening. Fans are convinced Benny and Justin must have had deep talks about Selena years ago. And now Benny's not just dating her, but building an entire album with her? To some, it feels like betrayal. If this were two women instead of two men, one of them would have already been dragged all over social media. And that's the thing. Girl code drama always gets magnified online. People love mess, and this situation is dripping with it. In an era where cancel culture is brutal and public fallout happens in real time, this particular love triangle feels even bigger. Then there's the timing. Yes, music is often recorded months before it's released, but dropping this album right as Hailey Bieber's 7-part TikTok series was trending? Fans say that can't just be coincidence. With Hailey's name already being dragged into headlines, Selena's vulnerable lyrics only added fuel to the fire. That's why so many fans think this wasn't just a release. It was a move. Strategic. Calculated. And whether or not that's true, it's definitely worked, because all anyone can talk about is this track. For Hailey, the timing couldn't be worse. Already trending for reasons she probably wished would fade, now Selena's music has everyone revisiting the drama she spent years trying to move past. Suddenly, the triangle is back in the spotlight, and each lyric is being dissected like a clue. At the same time, Selena herself has given hints that she expected all of this. In a recent Spotify chat with Benny, she admitted she knew people would assume the songs were about certain individuals, but she also suggested the truth went deeper than that. It almost sounded like she was preparing herself for this storm before it even began, knowing fans would loop everything back to Justin no matter what. And maybe that's the point. Maybe Selena released this album fully aware of how people would react. Maybe she doesn't even need to confirm or deny anything. Just let the public do the work. Because right now, the timing feels powerful. That viral TikTok series had already reignited old drama, and then Selena's track dropped, almost like throwing gasoline on open flames. So, is this really about Justin? Or is it Selena's way of reflecting on her past self, her pain, and her growth? In the end, the truth might not matter. What matters is the reaction, and the fact that the release has everyone talking non-stop. Some even believe that framing it as about Justin might actually be part of the marketing push. After all, drama sells. Adding even more heat to the conversation, fans believe Justin and Hailey have already responded. Justin reposted an old caption from Hailey's 2019 Instagram saying, "Still relevant, boo," and she shared it again. Shortly after, he dropped a Bible verse. "Father, forgive them, for they do not know," playing the victim, or throwing a subtle jab at the backlash. Meanwhile, Hailey's reaction has been total silence. No posts, no stories, nothing. And for someone who usually updates daily, her absence spoke volumes. Fans are split. Some think she's pulling back to avoid stoking the drama, while others believe she's waiting for the right moment to speak. Either way, in this situation, silence only makes people speculate even more. What made things even spicier was the timing of Hailey's disappearance. Right after Selena and Benny's track went live, Hailey seemed to vanish from her social media. It was almost too much of a coincidence for fans to overlook. To many, her quiet retreat felt like confirmation that the lyrics had struck a nerve. And with Justin posting that Bible verse at the same time, the situation only escalated. Was it a message of forgiveness? Or was it a passive-aggressive way of clapping back? No one can say for sure, but the timing felt impossible to ignore. For now, the triangle drama is back and bigger than ever. Whether the track is about Justin, Hailey, or Selena's personal growth, one thing is certain: it's made noise. And maybe that was the point all along. For more updates on this story and all the latest trends, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you never miss what's coming next.